PlayPosit is a really fun tool to help make sure that students are watching videos that we may have assigned to them before class, after class, or even in our online courses. So to get started in PlayPosit, you want to go to playposit.com and click on the Join button. You'll see here some choices. You would say, I'm an instructor, or I'm a student. You could also use the single sign-on functions if you need to. Once you fill out this information, you will get an email asking you to confirm your account. Don't worry, you can always go in and change the settings so you no longer receive emails after that one first time if you don't want to be overwhelmed with emails. So once you have an account and you log in, you will see a screen that looks a bit like this. You see a button for new, you see My Bulbs, which my screen is full with quite a number of them because I've used PlayPosit on a few occasions. We see classes, and this is where you can organize yourself. I've done some different workshops recently, so I have those classes in there. Units, and then pre-made bulbs. Pre-made bulbs are things that other teachers have created using PlayPosit, so you can look through them for some inspiration, or you can share your own bulbs with them. So to get started, we want to click on New, and we're just going to create a new bulb in this video. So it's asking me just to log back in because I had a few windows open. So I've quickly logged back in. And I click on New. Looks like I have too many windows open. I'm just going to go ahead and close them out so the system doesn't get confused. Here we go. It came up. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but we'll go with it. Okay, so here you have the option to search or include links from videos for YouTube or upload them from your computer. Basically here, what I like to do is I like to have my URLs ready already. You can actually search for videos, but it's nicer to search for them either on YouTube or have them in advance so you can just use the link. What we'll do though is we will search for a video that I've created and I've put it on my YouTube channel so I know where it is. I click and I see this video comes up. So I simply click once on the video and click once on add. And now our screen will look a bit like this. We see this, it's titled a new bulb and it has a date and time stamp. So we click once and it opens up another window. This window allows us to change the title. So we'll say sample screencast on behaviorism. And then our learning objective. And this we're just going to say, explain the philosophy of behaviorism in education. So we see that little video clip there. We see some different settings. These settings, it's up to you. I usually only change the one at the bottom because the one at the bottom is allow the learner to retake the video. I want to use this to make sure that they're watching and to make sure that they answer questions, but I want them to be able to take it more than one time if they need to go back. So once I'm done with that, I just click on the close button. And now we see our sample screencast on behaviorism, the title we picked up here, and explain the philosophy of behaviorism in education. So to get started with this video, we simply hit play. I'm going to do that right now, and I'm going to show you as we get started how we can pause the video and add these features. So to stop the video, I either click on the video or I go down and click on this orange button here. And we see a few things. Add a question, trim the video, which means simply take out certain parts of the video. If, for example, with a TED Talk video, they're usually 10 minutes. If you want to cut it into 5 minutes and just use one part of the video, you have the option to do that. So we're going to add a question. And you have some different options here. So up here we see next to the paw, we see the timestamp. So this tells us that at 22 seconds into our video, a question is going to pop up. The question pops up, the video stops. The student or the learner has to answer. So we see multiple choice, free response, reflective pause, polls, web embeds if we want to direct them off of the platform, tell them to stop and go to a certain website or resource, discussion, fill-ins, or check all. So just select the type of question that you want. So who is the main theorist of behaviorism? Now we're going to add some options in. We'll say Skinner. We'll say Mesereau. We'll say Kolb. And we will say Skater. I know that B.F. Skinner is the main theorist or kind of the father of behaviorism, so I'm going to click the green button to the checkbox to tell us that that's who it is. And then all I do is I hit save. Okay, to keep going, I either click back on the video or I click back on the play button. And now I just want to add, let's say, a fill in the blank. And so at 32.8 seconds, we're going to see this. Behaviorists focus on I'm going to put this in there, a blank, behaviors. And here we're going to put the right answer, observable. If there's more than one possibility, and also remember you might have to take into account spelling errors, capitalization, whether it's all lower or all caps. I tend to have these rules laid out in advance and made clear to the learners so they don't get confused. So here we're just going to hit save. Okay, so we've added in two questions. I think you get the idea. And now we want to take a look and see what this actually looks like. So I go up onto the right side of my screen and I hit the preview button. A new window will open and we'll be able to play our video with the interactive features popping up. So let's take a quick peek at that. So here we go. We see this question, who is the main theorist? And I will click and hit submit. So it gives me feedback that says I'm correct. You also have the possibility to customize feedback back when you're creating the question. So definitely take a look at that because if the student gets the answer wrong, you may want to give them a hint or you may want to point them in the right direction. So here, I went through the key ideas. I actually speak very quickly, I'm noticing. But behaviors focus on, and the answer was observable behaviors. And I click submit, and once again, I have the correct answer where I can add and customize feedback. So I just hit continue to keep going. So okay, now that you get the main idea about how to create these videos, once you've created one, you want to be able to share it with your learners. So you click on the share button. And what will pop up is something like this. So we can change the URL settings. We can pick an embed setting. So you get either a URL that you could copy and share with individuals, or you get the embed code. And what I really like about the embed code is we can copy and paste this right into our Moodle page, and our students don't have to go to different websites. They simply go to our Moodle page, see the assignment or the homework for the week, and they're able to click and watch right in there on the Moodle page. So finally, the last thing I just want to quickly show you is how to monitor your results. So I go back and I click on this monitor page, and I'll show you one that I did during workshop. So I get this question by question breakdown. Here I could see who logged in and who completed anything. Right now, it looks like I have 0 people in there, but let's take a look and see where I do have one. And I have 0 people responding because they didn't complete this actual one. So let me quickly take you back. Up, I need to save this one. Save and finish. And I'll quickly show you to finish this video how we look at our results. So every kid needs a champion. Well, let's go down back to the behaviorism. And you could see on here I have 13 responses. So that's really exciting. Um, so I click on the monitor and let's click on this. And here, now we have some information. Great news. So I can see which of my students got an answer correct. If they went through and just there was no grade, I could see if they completed a lesson. 8 out of the 14 people completed this lesson. And then I can look and go down and see if people had trouble with a certain question or not. As you could see, students have put their names in. I can hide, I can make it anonymous. There's lots of different features that I can use in here. So that's basically it for getting started with PlayPosit. For more information on PlayPosit or VoiceThread, which is basically very similar but just allows you to speak instead of creating interactive pauses, definitely take a look at the Faculty Development Moodle page.